I want my child, my beloved, to get closer. Before everything else gets in the way, I need to whisper something into your spirit. Since last night, heaven has been attempting to contact you. There was a very good chance you would have missed something that was meant just for you. My child, please be quiet. Promise me you won't look away before I tell you this. I want you to promise to stay until the end. Today is more important than you think for your future, my beloved. Before I talk, I want to say something from the bottom of my heart. Follow me if you want to get all the messages that are meant for you. Sign up for this divine site where heaven talks to you. From today on, every blessing, warning, and miracle that has your name on it will be sent straight to you. You are not only following a channel when you subscribe, you are making a divine appointment. By saying this, you are telling heaven that you are ready to receive all the prophetic promises that are meant for your spirit. Now is the time to make a promise, to stay in perfect alignment with what God is showing you. Take a deep breath, because what I'm about to say might shock you. Something occurred in the spiritual realm last night, my child. Something that had been pending in heaven for months and involved your name, your destiny, your protection, and a choice. You were the only one who didn't know. There was silence among the angels, my beloved. Heaven was there waiting. Every light and dark force kept a close eye on your life as it was put in the middle of a sacred circle. I want to tell you the truth, my child. A meeting was held to talk about you. Your future was brought forward like a sealed scroll at a heavenly gathering, and something about you was shown that shocked all the angels, including me. My beloved, last night someone almost stole your destiny. Yes, it was stolen, taken from you without your knowledge, and changed by people who weren't supposed to touch it. Someone tried to get in the way of a blessing that God had set aside just for you, my child. I saw it. I stopped it. But you need to know what really happened. Before it gets dark tonight at 9 p.m., God told my beloved, this is your last chance to know the truth. After that, what's supposed to happen will happen without you having to do anything else. Please pay close attention, my child. A shadow came close to your written destiny last night. It tried to change one sentence, just one line, and that one line could have changed the course of your whole life. Something that should have been sent to you this month would have been lost. Do you get it, my beloved? This is a very important warning. This message is not nice. Heaven is grabbing you by the soul and telling you, stay awake. Something is happening. My child, your name was called out 3 times in the divine meeting. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. And each time, the tone got louder, more urgent, and harder to ignore. The heavens shook the 3rd time your name was called out, my beloved, because something true was shown that not even you knew. Here is the truth, my child. Someone tried to shut a door that God had opened for you. Someone tried to stop a blessing that has your name on it. Someone tried to keep your breakthrough from happening. However, beloved, it did not work. Heaven won over every shadow, every plan, and every attempt, which is why you are reading this right now, my child. But there is one more thing to do, and you need to be awake before 9 p.m. Your destiny is at a crossroads, my beloved. There are 2 roads open at the moment. There's one where everything moves slowly and feels heavy, and there's one where everything moves slowly and feels heavy. Which path you take will depend on whether you listen to the truth now or not. My child, don't forget about this. This is a rare direct message from heaven, and when God says, last chance, He really means it. Your spirit is tired, my beloved. Your soul has been pushed. You're not sure why certain things haven't happened yet. why things in my life have been going like a storm that won't stop. But last night we found out the truth. There should have been something for you by now, my child. A message, a miracle, a blessing, or a chance. But someone tried to keep it from you. Now heaven is coming in. Let me take you back to last night, my beloved. Let me show you what happened in the invisible world while you were sleeping, my child. You had no idea that a battle was taking place above your head. A door opened. There was a bright golden door that led to your future. It tried to close before you even saw it, though, as a dark presence moved toward it. I moved forward and blocked the shadow, my beloved. I lifted my sword and called out your name. God then told Moses, "Tell my child the truth." That's why you're here, my child. You were drawn to this message by destiny because of this. That's why, even if you tried, you couldn't scroll past this point. I still have more to tell you, my beloved. A lot more. And now comes the deeper truth, my beloved. Stay with me for a little while longer. Don't rush through these words. Don't let the noise of the world distract you right now. What's coming next is what heaven wants you to hear. Listen carefully, my child. Something strange happened when I blocked the shadow last night. The shadow didn't attack. It didn't run away. It got cold because it saw something behind me. My beloved, I have something special for you. A scroll showed up. A divine scroll that was so bright that nothing could dim it. Something about you, your life, and a moment that is coming up faster than you think was written on that scroll. My kid. The whole mood changed when the scroll opened. There was silence. All of the angels that were there moved back, as if time itself wanted to listen. Even the winds in the spiritual realm paused. The name of your beloved was written on that scroll, not in ink, not in normal writing. Your name was carved in light that was golden, bright, and alive. Heaven showed everyone what they had been waiting to see when your name was called out. It was a turning point, a divine moment, and an unchangeable truth about you, my beloved. You need to be strong at this point, because the truth will change how you see everything. My child, the scroll showed that something or someone very nearly changed a big blessing in your life last night. Not destroying it, but putting it off for so long that you missed the timing that God planned. In the spiritual world, timing is very important, my beloved. A delayed blessing can feel like one that wasn't given at all. Additionally, the enemy is aware of it. There is a blessing that was meant to reach you before the end of the month, my child. It was a breakthrough, a message, a shift, a release, or a miracle that was made just for you. It was supposed to come to you easily, without any trouble, and without having to wait. Someone tried to block the way for that blessing to reach you last night, my beloved. Do you understand? Because what's written for you is too strong. The people who want you to stay where you are, instead of becoming who you were meant to be, are scared off. My beloved, your name was written on that scroll, but it wasn't ink or regular letters. Your name was carved in light that was golden, bright, and alive. When your name was called out, my child, heaven showed everyone what they had been waiting to see. A turning point, a divine moment, or a truth about you that can't be changed. The truth is strong, and it will change how you see everything around you. Be strong in this moment, my beloved. My child, the scroll showed that something or someone very nearly changed a big blessing in your life last night, not destroying it, but putting it off for so long that you missed the timing that God planned. In the spiritual world, timing is very important, my beloved. A delayed blessing can feel like one that wasn't given at all. Additionally, the enemy is aware of it. There is a blessing that was meant to reach you before the end of the month, my child. It was a breakthrough, a message, a shift, a release, or a miracle that was made just for you. It was supposed to come to you easily, without any trouble, and without having to wait. Someone tried to block the way for that blessing to reach you last night, my beloved. Do you understand? Because the things that are written for you are strong, too strong. The people who want you to stay where you are instead of becoming who you were meant to be are scared off. My child, the scroll showed what they were planning to do, but it also showed something bigger. There is more spiritual protection around you now. You have a divine guard over your name. To my beloved, this is why heaven said, last chance. You need to know what you're getting into before 9 p.m. tonight, not because your blessings are being taken away. My child, let me tell you the part that even I found shocking. A bright mark showed up next to your name when the scroll was fully opened. A sign that shows up only when someone is picked for a sudden change, a turn that will change their life, or an acceleration of their destiny. You have been marked for acceleration, my beloved. That's why, my child, recently everything felt weird to you. Feel heavy when you wake up. People who used to talk all the time all of a sudden stopped. Unexpected wait times, thoughts you didn't expect, random times when I think too much. You know something is going to happen, but you don't know what. All of this, my beloved, was the spiritual shift that began last night. Everything that happens to you, my child, is not random, is not an accident, and has a purpose. Everything around you is a sign that heaven has given you a new way to go. What will happen next started last night. When the golden star showed up next to your name, my beloved, the angels started to talk. They talked about your heart, your pain, your strength, your silence, your patience, and your tears, which no one else knows about. Your faith that didn't waver even when things seemed hopeless. You didn't just get picked by heaven, my child. It was because of who you are that you were picked. Oh, my beloved, the scroll showed me another truth. There is a divine answer to something you have been praying about in private without telling anyone. Yes, my child. That silent prayer you said over and over at night, that prayer you wouldn't say out loud because you were afraid. Heaven knew about it. And last night, my beloved, the answer started to move toward you. But this is where things get tough. The scroll also had a mistake on it. There is a temporary one that someone put in place because they don't want you to receive what God wrote for you. My child, this person is close enough to know your routine, your feelings, and your energy. This person is not necessarily a friend or family member, but someone who carefully, quietly, and enviously watches you. They try to delay the timing of your blessing, my beloved, in the hopes that you will give up before it happens. They didn't think much of you. They didn't see your spirit as strong. My beloved, they didn't realize how safe you were under the protection. So, the message needs to be sent right away. This is why heaven wants you here right now, before 9 p.m. My child, you are about to enter a stage in your destiny where anything can happen at any time and for the better, not the worse. But you have to stay awake, aware, aligned, and open. There is still more to tell you, my beloved, the part that goes deeper and tells you what will happen. What turned on last night? Also, why does heaven want you to hear every word? My beloved, please take a deep breath before I reveal the next truth. What I'm about to reveal is not only powerful, but it will also make sense of everything in your life. Last night, my child, after the mark appeared next to your name on the scroll, something else began to appear on the page. Only when someone's destiny is shifting from delay to acceleration does a symbol a sign appear. What a beautiful light this symbol gave off, my beloved. It beat, it shook. It felt like it was taking in air at the speed of heaven. Do you know what that symbol means, my child? It stands for the moment when destiny turns out to be on your side. The moment God says enough of waiting, suffering, and having to wait. It's time now. The heavens don't use this sign very often, my beloved. It doesn't happen often. It is sacred. It is only put on the names of people who have silently carried heavy loads without giving up. People who didn't give up when life told them to. People who kept their faith when the storm was meant to break them. You are one of those souls, my child. My beloved, the angels moved right away when the symbol showed up. They went over to the throne. Their voice got louder. Your name rang out in places that people can't see with their own eyes. My child, you were told you would be protected, not just led. Keep my beloved safe. This is important. You follow the guidance. Protection keeps you safe. And last night, heaven changed your status from being led to being watched. Do you know what this means, my child? It means that things that were meant to hurt you can't get to you anymore. Liars who want to hurt you can't get to your spirit anymore. There will be breakthroughs after the delays that were meant to put you off. Yes, this divine shield will protect you. Say so in the comments below by writing, "My destiny is protected." Allow the spiritual guard that has been put around you and your future to become stronger as you say this truth. Something else happened after your name was marked as guarded, my beloved. Something more. A gate opened. My child, it wasn't a gate of punishment. There was no warning gate there. A gate of release was present. This is the part that will really touch your heart, our beloved. Behind that gate were 3 blessings that were meant for you this year, but couldn't get to you because of outside negativity, spiritual interference, or heavy emotions. You, my beloved child, are one of those souls. The angels acted right away when the symbol showed up. They went over to the throne. Their voice got louder. Your name rang out in places that people can't see with their own eyes. My child, you were told you were safe, protected, my beloved, not just led. This is important. You follow the guidance. Protection keeps you safe. And last night, heaven changed your status from being led to being watched. Do you know what this means, my child? It means that things that were meant to hurt you can't get to you anymore. Liars who want to hurt you can't get to your spirit anymore. There will be breakthroughs after the delays that were meant to put you off. Something else happened after your name was marked as guarded, my beloved. Something more. A gate opened. My child, it wasn't a gate of punishment. There was no warning gate there. A gate of release was present. This is the part that will really touch your heart, our beloved. Behind that gate were 3 blessings that were meant for you this year, but couldn't get to you because of outside negativity, spiritual interference, or heavy emotions. These blessings have been pending, my child. They have been waiting on the edge of your destiny, calling your name as the storms around you get worse. But because of what happened last night, because heaven stepped in and said your name 3 times, those blessings are now moving quickly toward you. Say, "I receive my blessings" in the comments right now if you are ready to receive the blessings of answered prayers, stability, and your destiny. What will you do out of faith that will make it possible for them to come quickly? No need for details, my beloved. I want to talk about these blessings in terms of their energy. The first blessing has the weight of something you have prayed for very much. It hurts so much that you stopped telling anyone, which is something that your mind says is impossible, but makes sense to your soul. The energy of stability is in the second blessing. There is something in your life that has been unstable, shaky, or hard to predict. Things are about to settle down. It's going to get stronger. It's about to line up. The third blessing has a scent of destiny, something unexpected, a surprise, something that will change how you see yourself and how the world sees you. Dear child, all three blessings were blocked. They were not canceled or denied. They were just blocked. My beloved, that blockage was broken last night. Do you remember what the angels said when the gate opened, my child? It was said in a whisper, "The time has come, my beloved. This is why you're here. This is why heaven wouldn't let you scroll down. This is why this message got to you right now, to the second, my child. As soon as these blessings come, they will be gone." Time slows down when heaven opens the gate for a chosen soul. It gets smaller in the window. The alignment is very important. God warned us about this before 9 p.m. Tonight, my beloved, not because something bad will happen, but because destiny starts to move after 9 p.m., whether you are aware of it or not. Do not be afraid, my child. Don't get scared. This isn't a threat. Right now is heaven's way of telling you to stay awake. This is a divine reminder. Pay attention. Stay in line. My beloved, there's more. A lot more. Because something else moved forward after the gate opened. A voice, a presence, or a light that was so strong that all the angels bowed. If you're ready, my child, I'll tell you what that voice said about you. It will be this part that gets to the deepest part of your spirit. The reason why heaven has been calling you since last night is about to be told to you, my beloved. Sacred is this part. This part is about you. You can feel the weight of a truth that was spoken directly over your life in this part. A strong voice came from the middle of the heavenly court as the gate opened and the blessings began to move toward you, my child. It was a voice that only speaks when something significant is happening that will alter your destiny. It was God's voice, my beloved. My child, take a deep breath. Take a moment to feel this. You didn't just happen to find these words. There was a pull on you that made you go because heaven wants you to hear what was said. Every angel lowered their wings when God spoke, my beloved. Each light bent. Even I, Archangel Michael, moved out of the way so that you could talk to me directly. This is what God told my child. My child doesn't need to be held up anymore. That's enough for my child. My child has been through storms that weren't theirs. My child has been attacked in silence, enviously looked at from behind, and misunderstood by people they trusted. Okay, enough with that, my beloved. Those words were spoken with power, the kind of power that changes the whole world. If you believe this statement comes from God and these words have weight on your spirit, please type Amen in the comments. Let your agreement resound through the sky to show that you are ready for this divine help. God went on, "My child, everything that was taken from them will come back to them. Everything that was put off will move faster. Everything they cried out for behind closed doors will be shown to everyone. My child will get up." What does this mean to you, my beloved? Can you feel the power in every line? Can you see why heaven wants you to stay awake until after 9 p.m. tonight? Type Amen in the comments if you believe this divine decree has power over your life. Let this be your public statement that you agree with what God is doing and that you want to start this powerful shift. This message isn't like the rest. This is not a good idea. This is not a mistake, my child. This is an order, a command that was made over your life, my beloved. As soon as God was done talking, a wave of light went across the sky. It got rid of the interference. It cut through the weight. It took away the weight that you've been carrying around for weeks, months, or even years. My child, everything that felt stuck was cleared out. Things that seemed impossible became possible. My beloved, everything that seemed unclear became clear. Then something else took place, something that only a few chosen souls ever get to experience. There was a new book, not the scroll from before. Your name is on the cover of a book about destiny. My child, only when a person starts a new chapter in their life does this book open. A chapter that wasn't written by people or by chance, but by heaven itself. My beloved, the book opened by itself. The pages began to turn on their own, and it stopped on one that was shining brighter than the others. My child, there was one moment on that page that will change the course of your whole life. It will happen soon, sooner than you think. My beloved, this moment is not a coincidence, a divine appointment, a meeting, a chance, the truth, a message, a change, a breakthrough. You are going to get something that was planned for you before you were born. My child, this moment was supposed to come to you sooner, but something got in the way. That interference was gone completely last night, my beloved. That's why heaven is making its voice heard today. This moment, this change in destiny, has a time frame, a window, a divine hour. You must also be ready in your spirit before that window opens. My child, the book showed a different sign. It was the same sign that was on the scroll, but it was bigger. The whole page was covered. It made the moment clear. It couldn't be avoided, denied, or stopped. There was a new book, not the scroll from before. Your name is on the cover of a book about destiny. My child, only when a person starts a new chapter in their life does this book open. A chapter that wasn't written by people or by chance, but by heaven itself. My beloved, the book opened by itself. The pages start to turn on their own. Then it stopped on a page that was shining brighter than the rest. My child, there was a moment on that page. There's going to be a moment soon that will change the course of your whole life. My beloved, this moment is not a coincidence, a divine appointment, a meeting, a chance, the truth, a message, a change, a breakthrough. My child, something is coming your way that was planned before you were even born. This moment was supposed to get to you faster, but the interference made it take longer. That interference was gone completely last night, my beloved. That's why heaven is making its voice heard today. This moment, this change in destiny, has a time frame, a window, a divine hour, and you must be spiritually ready before that window opens, my child. Another sign, the same one that was on the scroll but bigger, was in the book. The whole page was covered. It made the moment clear. It couldn't be avoided, denied, or stopped. Finally, my beloved, I spoke up again after reading the book and asked one question. What needs to be done for your kid before 9 p.m.? God replied, my child, I am going to tell you the most important thing in this whole revelation based on what he said. This is the most important part of last night's divine meeting. If you are ready, if your spirit is steady, and if you want to know what God said next, my beloved, I am about to tell you. You have been trying to hear this message from heaven, the message that was almost deleted, hidden, or taken off. While I was praying, I asked God, what needs to be done for your child before 9 p.m.? He didn't think about it. His voice was so strong that it could be heard in the heavens. These are the words that God spoke to my beloved. Get ready for my child. Get their spirit stronger. Bring them to consciousness. Eliminate all of their fears. What is coming at them needs to be understood, not mixed up. And it needs courage, not doubt, faith, not fear. Listen to these words carefully, my child. Let them sink in. You are not being given a warning from heaven. Heaven is setting you up for a moment that will be bigger than you think. My beloved, God went on, my child has been delayed, let down, and betrayed enough times. They have had enough nights of doubting their worth and enough days of carrying their own burdens. Now is the time for my child to get what their spirit has been waiting for a long time. Please tell me, do you feel the change? Feel the divine weight in those words? Do you understand that heaven is finally putting things back together that have been out of whack for too long? After saying something, my beloved God, all the angels turned to look at your destiny book. Now is the day that my child needs to hear the truth. There is a truth that was hidden by last night's interference. They need to know the truth about why the winds blew the way they did. What caused some people to change so quickly? Why did chances stop? Why did feelings feel heavy? What made the air around them quieter? Baby, this truth is not meant to scare you. It's supposed to set you free. This is the reality, my beloved. People are watching you. Of course, my child, there is someone spiritually, emotionally, and energetically watching you who knew about your breakthrough before you did. This person, my beloved, sensed something emerging in your destiny. They felt something changing in your life that you couldn't see yet. And instead of being proud of you and supporting you, they were afraid of it. My child, fear can separate love from you. When it happens, it can turn friendship into envy. For some, it can turn talking into silence. It can turn help into rivalry. As for last night, their fear cast a small but noticeable shadow over the timing of a blessing that was meant for you. No, my beloved, heaven showed you this, not to hurt you, but to keep you safe. I heard God speak again, my child. What I've written for my child can't be stopped by anyone, not even a shadow of jealousy or an evil intention. They now have my angel next to them. I painted a path for them. I have taken care of the problem. He or she will now stand up. This word tells you that you are rising, so share this prophetic message with 3 people who need to hear it. This will bring breakthrough into your own life. You are not just sharing a video when you release this word to others. You are anchoring the power of breakthrough into your network and into your own life. This blessing shouldn't be kept to yourself. The reason you're here, my beloved, is this. Your spirit was drawn to this message because of destiny. Since it's my child, every line feels like it's talking straight to your soul. This amazing event happened after God's command. There was a second light behind the destiny book, a bright, pulsing light that grows. To my beloved, this light means that a moment is coming up. One of those moments that makes you think and feel. Waiting for this. The light is linked to something you want, but are afraid to trust, my child. You want a change, but are afraid it might never come. You think about a blessing, but aren't sure if it's really yours. It was clear, my beloved, God said it. It belongs to them. Their name is on it. It is a part of their soul. And my child, it will get there. You need to remember this part, though. Before 9 p.m. tonight, this moment, this shift, this acceleration begins. No, not at midnight and not next week. No, not one day. Currently, my beloved. This is the reason why you can't look away from heaven. These are the reasons why this message seems to be calling, pulling, and holding you. This alignment is known to your spirit. The timing of this is known to your soul. In your heart, you know this to be true. No, my child, there's more. Not yet, but I have something to tell you. After the second light appeared, the heavens showed us something. 2 revelations, one about the present and one about the future. The deepest part of last night's revelation is what comes next, my beloved. If you are ready for the next deeper truth, and if your heart is steady, and your spirit is open. What heaven showed you here were the truths that were hidden behind the chaos, the delays, the sudden silences, the strange feelings, and the sudden changes in your life. When the second light grew behind your destiny book, it showed you more than just your future. It showed you something from your past as well. You believed you had left something behind, something you thought was no longer able to affect you. Because it started showing scenes related to you, my beloved, the angels turned toward that second light. Scenes that made you feel things. Anxiety. Not what I expected. When you didn't trust the right people. Days when you loved someone more than they loved you. Moments when someone's fear or jealousy broke your heart for no reason. My child, these scenes were shown by heaven not to hurt you again, but to show you something very important. Those events changed your spirit and made you the person you are now. No, my child, there's more. Not yet, but I have something to tell you. Something the heavens showed us after the second light showed up. 2 revelations, one about the present and one about the future. The deepest part of last night's revelation is what comes next, my beloved, if you are ready for the next deeper truth, and if your heart is steady and your spirit is open. What heaven showed you here were the truths that were hidden behind the chaos, the delays, the sudden silences, the strange feelings, and the sudden changes in your life. When the second light grew behind your destiny book, it showed you more than just your future. It showed you something from your past as well. You believed you had left something behind, something you thought was no longer able to affect you. Because it started showing scenes related to you, my beloved, the angels turned toward that second light. Scenes that made you feel things. Anxiety. Not what I expected. When you didn't trust the right people. Days when you loved someone more than they loved you. Moments when someone's fear or jealousy broke your heart for no reason. My child, these scenes were shown by heaven not to hurt you again, but to show you something very important. Those events changed your spirit and made you the person you are now. Your empathy, your strength, your ability to love deeply, your ability to get back up after falling, your silence, and your inner wisdom, my beloved. All of these things were changed by the hard times you went through, my child. Each and every tear you shed was recorded. Whenever you felt alone, someone saw it. Every time someone hurt you behind your back, it was written down. It includes every lie, betrayal, and confusing moment. As proof, they were all taken to the heavenly court, proof that you should have gotten better. There was proof that heaven owed you restoration, proof that you experienced a divine transformation. To my beloved, this is why the meeting last night was so important. My child, God wasn't just talking about your future. He was also talking about your past. The part that shook the whole heavenly court then came. The light behind your destiny book showed a present-day event, a moment that happened so recently that you may still feel affected by it. Period of time when someone's behavior changed quickly, when someone backed off, the energy of someone changed, when someone shut down, became cold, or became unpredictable. My beloved, heaven showed me the real reason for that change. You weren't at fault. You always did the right thing. You weren't at fault because you weren't lacking, not because you weren't worthy. Your destiny started to rise, and their spirit knew it before their mind did. Some people stay away from you, my child, not because you've changed, but because your energy is rising, and they can't see the light you are entering. The angels recognized the truth, my beloved. Their spirit wasn't sure how to stand next to someone whose destiny was coming true. There was no rejection, in the shift. What a revelation, my child. Then heaven showed the last layer. My beloved, look to the future. There was a third light, sharper and brighter than the second one. There was a light that held something sacred, something that heaven had protected for you. This light showed you what is going to happen soon. When you finally understand why things happened the way they did, you are in a state of alignment, clarity, restoration, divine justice. Child, this moment will feel like a life door opening. No ordinary door. The entrance on the right. This is the door that heaven chose. That door that opens to the life you were always meant to live. This door will start to open before 9 p.m., according to heaven, my beloved. You won't fully understand, but enough to notice the change. There will be little clues, like a feeling, a message, a name, a call, or a chance. As soon as you realize something, your spirit changes. Baby, you won't have to look for the sign. The sign will definitely show up. To my beloved, the moment this door opens, everything changes in your life. Your energy changes. What you're doing changes. Because of this, heaven wants you to stay awake, aware, and open today. My child, the next part 1 reveal will tell you why you were chosen, why the blessing is coming now, who was getting in the way, what destiny plans are being carried out, and what will happen after 9 p.m. The most profound part of last night's revelation, my beloved, is now being explored. This is where heaven finally told you the answer to the long-awaited question in your heart. Why you? Why now? Why now? What's the rush? Why are you getting this message, kid? As the third light grew, the angel stood still. The whole court was lit up with golden light. There was a glow that went around your destiny book and lit up the pages that were hidden. My beloved, heaven showed me the truth. People chose you because your heart stayed pure, even though the world tried to make it hard. My child, not everyone can do this. Some people get lost. Some people get angry. Some people let pain change them. However, you held on to the sacred part of your soul that still loves, hopes, prays, and believes. Very few people are this pure, my beloved. That's why heaven looks out for you so much. That's why shadows tried to make you wait. That's why some people stopped talking when they were near you. They knew you were going to rise before you did. The angels saw your life and told God, this one deserves restoration. Heaven told me that your tests were not punishments, my beloved. They were getting ready. Everything you lost, everything that got lost, everything that hurt you, everything that made no sense to you or seemed unfair. It wasn't meant to hurt you in any way. It was meant to prepare you for this next part of your life, my child. So, after 9 p.m., the hour is important, not for fear, but for alignment. The chapter of your life that has been put off for too long starts to move forward. Let me tell you the next truth, my beloved. The person or energy that caused the problem last night was shown by heaven to be someone who has felt threatened by your destiny for a long time. This is not someone who hates you, my child. This person is scared that they will lose the ability to reach you or have an effect on you. Are you scared of being left behind as you move forward? My beloved, their fear made an energetic block. It wasn't a curse or an attack. It was a quiet, subtle resistance. Your blessings were slowed down by a shadow of doubt, long enough for you to start doubting yourself. Heaven showed their face to my child. Heaven knew what they were planning. Heaven looked into their hearts and decided, no one will stop my child's destiny again. The angels saw your life and told God, this one deserves restoration. Heaven told me that your tests were not punishments, my beloved. They were getting ready. Everything that got away from you, broke you, confused you, and made you feel like life wasn't fair. It wasn't meant to hurt you in any way. It was meant to prepare you for this next part of your life, my child. Not out of fear, but because of alignment. This is why the hour of 9 p.m. is important. After 9 p.m., the chapter of your life that has been put off for too long starts to move forward. Let me tell you the next truth, my beloved. The person or energy that caused the problem last night was shown by heaven to be someone who has felt threatened by your destiny for a long time. This is not someone who hates you, my child. This person is scared that they will lose the ability to reach you or have an effect on you. Are you scared of being left behind as you move forward? My beloved, their fear made a block in the energy. It wasn't a curse or an attack. It was a quiet, subtle defense. Your blessings were slowed down by a shadow of doubt, long enough for you to start doubting yourself. Heaven showed their face to my child. Heaven knew what they were planning. Heaven looked into their hearts and decided, no one will stop my child's destiny again. After this choice, my beloved, the angels moved your destiny book forward. It was put in front of the throne. God touched the page where your name is written, and the page lit up. That's when your timeline changed, not in a metaphorical or literal way, but spiritually, energetically, and divinely. Things that used to take months will now only take days. Things that were supposed to be hard will look and feel easy. Things that you thought were impossible will just happen to you. This shift is already coming your way, my beloved, and you'll feel it in your spirit before the night starts. A quietness, a whisper, a sudden clarity, or a sign that backs up everything heaven told them. My child, the next thing the sky showed me was how you were going to change. Not the change on the outside, but the change on the inside. The one that changes the way you walk, think, talk, believe, expect, and receive. Changes like this are not small. It's not slow. There is no bias. The job is done. My beloved, this change inside you will let things in that you've been waiting for years. Heaven said, the world around my child will shift externally when they shift internally. The angels asked God, my child, what will this change set off? God replied, my beloved, it will bring about restoration of your joy, confidence, strength, and something you thought you had lost forever. Simply write, I am ready to rise, in the comments, if you are ready to take part in this complete change. This affirmation should hold your spirit in place and let heaven know that you are okay with the change that has already started on the inside and the outside. Finally, God said something that made every angel bow their heads. My child needs to get up without being scared. This sentence, my child, is the most important thing that happened last night. Destiny is currently moving because of this. This is why heaven wants you to be awake before 9 p.m. In this way, your spirit feels like something is changing inside you. What comes next, my beloved, shows you something even more profound. What will really start after 9 p.m.? What signs will you look for? Which blessings will happen first? What time will it be? So you can see how your destiny alignment will play out over time. Now we get to the part that heaven watched over the most last night, my beloved. The part that talks about what will happen after 9 p.m. What kinds of signs will there be? My child, as the angels surrounded your destiny book and the third light grew, what blessings will come your way and how your life will change sacred step by sacred step. The heavenly court fell silent as God raised his hand. My beloved, this silence wasn't empty. It was charged while still alive. The silence that comes before a divine movement was there, before something sacred occurs, before heaven and earth are joined. After that, my child, God told me what would happen after 9 p.m. It was this alignment that was the first revelation. My beloved, your life is about to come together in ways you've never seen before. Things that seemed to be spread out will now fit together. People who weren't clear will say what they really want. There will be chances to do things. Finally, clarity will fill your spirit like light fills a room. My child, alignment means that your life's puzzle pieces start to fit together like they were meant to. Tonight is the start of this alignment, because heaven took away the things that were in your way last night. Beloved, revelation was the second revelation God revealed. This means that what was hidden will be seen. The truth will come out. It will be easy to see what some people want. Something that was going on behind your back that you didn't know about will start to become clear to you slowly but surely. Heaven told me, my child, this revelation is for your protection. It's not meant to hurt you. It's meant to sharpen your intuition and free your heart from burdensome attachments. The acceleration revelation was the third, my beloved. This is strong. This doesn't happen often. This only happens to souls who have been through more than they should have. My child, acceleration means that heaven cuts short the wait time, gets rid of the delay, and moves your destiny forward faster than it ever has before. Things that you thought would take weeks, months, or even years will start to change in just a few days. What a miracle acceleration is when the spiritual blockage is broken, my beloved. It was broken last night. I want you to know that the fourth revelation made the angels look at you with love. Money to pay. Yes, my beloved, you will receive compensation, according to God, for what you lost in terms of relationships, emotion, spirit, money, and even relationships. You didn't walk through those storms for nothing, my child. Injustice is never tolerated in heaven. Every betrayal, every disappointment, every closed door, and every broken expectation will be made up for in ways that only heaven can plan. My beloved, after these four revelations, God showed a fifth and final revelation called divine encounter. The angels then took a step back. My child, this is the moment that is about to happen. A moment that could be a phone call, a message, a meeting, a chance, the truth, or a person. Whatever it is, it will permanently alter some aspect of your destiny. The moment that started to move toward you last night is this divine encounter, my beloved. It brings healing. It makes things clear. It serves a purpose. It holds alignment. It has destiny in it. My child, you'll know what it is right away. It will hit you in the spirit before you can understand it in your mind. Your heart will tell you, this is the time that heaven set aside just for me. To be ready for these divine moments all the time, subscribe now and turn on notifications. Every message from this sacred place is like a key that opens up a new area of your prophetic alignment and gets your spirit ready for the destiny God has planned for you. What a miracle acceleration is when the spiritual blockage is broken, my beloved. It was broken last night. I want you to know that the fourth revelation made the angels look at you with love. Money to pay. Yes, my beloved, you will receive compensation, according to God, for what you lost in terms of relationships, emotion, spirit, money, and even relationships. You didn't walk through those storms for nothing, my child. Injustice is never tolerated in heaven. Every betrayal, every disappointment, every closed door, and every broken expectation will be made up for in ways that only heaven can plan. My beloved, after these four revelations, God showed a fifth and final revelation called divine encounter. The angels then took a step back. My child, this is the moment that is about to happen. A moment that could be a phone call, a message, a meeting, a chance, the truth, or a person. Whatever it is, it will permanently alter some aspect of your destiny. The moment that started to move toward you last night is this divine encounter, my beloved. It brings healing. It makes things clear. It serves a purpose. It holds alignment. It has destiny in it. My child, you'll know what it is right away. It will hit you in the spirit before you can understand it in your mind. Your heart will tell you, this is the time that heaven set aside just for me. Today, my beloved, this meeting is why heaven has been calling you so hard. Because of this meeting, the message seems impossible to ignore. Because of this meeting, the time of 9 p.m. is important, because that's when it starts to move toward you, my child. The angels then put the cap on your destiny book. There was a seal, a mark of completion, a sign that the meeting from last night was over, and that everything that was said is now in motion. My beloved. But God said one last thing before the meeting ended. My beloved, I have a sentence just for you. This next part is when the heavens stopped making any noise. God was about to say something that would change the next part of your life. All the angels, lights, and other beings in the divine court stopped what they were doing. Dear child, that wasn't a long sentence. Things were not hard. It was not beautiful. It was strong, clear, unchangeable, and final. A decision that can't be changed by any shadow, person, delay, or energy. God looked at your destiny book, put his hand over your name, and spoke these words to you, my beloved. There will be no more going back in my child's life. I want these words to reach the deepest part of your soul, my child. There is no way your life can go backwards. There's no turning your heart around again. There is no going back in your destiny. There will be no more setbacks in your healing. You will keep growing. You'll keep getting blessings. Type a strong amen in the comment section if this divine promise that your life will never go backwards speaks to your soul. This should be the last thing you say about the past and the first thing you do in a future that only goes forward. Because it contained a command, my beloved, this sentence shook the spiritual realm. A divine conclusion, a resolution, a sealing of everything that used to keep you stuck in cycles of emotional pain, confusion, doubt, or being let down repeatedly. Your cycles broke last night, my child. Not gently, but for good. After God made this order, my beloved, the angels started to move. It started out slowly, then with purpose, and finally quickly. Because heaven only moves quickly like this, when a soul is entering a protected chapter. One angel closed the old book of your past, which held everything you went through, everything you survived, and everything you carried by yourself. An additional angel put a fresh book next to it. The guidebook for your future, alignment, the book of prayers that were answered. Oh, my beloved. Then something very strange took place. Around the new book was a bright ribbon of light, a promise, not a seal of protection. This seal, my child, means that no one else can change your new chapter. It can't be put off once more. Fear, negativity, or other people's intentions can't change it. My beloved, you are the subject of what is written for you. The heavens opened for one last look after the book was sealed. This is a picture of how your spirit will start to feel in the next few hours. This is when your heart will start to notice the change. When this happens, my child, you will feel instantly calm, clear, confident, knowledgeable, emotionally lighter, and like something is coming toward you. The sudden feeling that you're no longer carrying anything heavy and something less heavy. It's not your imagination, my beloved. That's alignment. As you start a new chapter in your life, this energy will meet your spirit first. The next sign came from the sky. You might not expect this person to think of you tonight. It's not out of habit. It's because your energy has changed and their spirit has been stirred by your name. This thought will not be taken lightly, my beloved. It will be honest, emotional, and reflective. Last night, when the blockage was taken away, your soul sent out a vibration. People who are even slightly connected to your destiny will feel it. Little one, the next sign from heaven is even stronger. You will feel a clean, quiet, peaceful separation from someone whose energy has been spiritually draining you. It won't hurt, my beloved. It'll feel right. It is going to feel good. You'll feel like your soul finally let out a breath after holding it for too long. Dear child, this time apart makes room for the divine encounter that is coming your way. Oh, my beloved, the sky showed one last picture, a time that is coming up faster than you think. That one message, call, chance, or realization that will make you think, so this is why heaven was calling me. I'm talking to you right now, my child. This is why heaven got together last night. Right now, this is why 9 p.m. is important. There is one more layer, my beloved. The revelation of what the divine encounter will make possible in your life. One last act of faith before you leave. This whole prophetic word is sealed over your life when you like this video. Give heaven a like to let it know you got its message, and watch as this simple act of agreement starts a never-ending flow of God's blessings and favor upon you right now. Before we reach the end of this message, you need to hear this clearly. You were led here by divine guidance. This is not random. This is not coincidence. Archangel Michael directed this message straight to you. He is calling you into a protected, blessed space where miracles grow, doors open, and divine help moves quickly. This truth is simple and powerful. When you follow this calling, blessings don't just arrive, they multiply. They pour into every area of your life with strength and clarity. Right now, Archangel Michael is giving you direct access to sacred teachings, spiritual protection, and guidance that is hidden from the world. This is your moment to step into a circle chosen for those who are ready for spiritual growth, divine support, and accelerated breakthroughs. Do not let this holy moment pass you by. Your breakthrough has already begun. All you need to do is step forward. Tap the link in the description and enter Archangel Michael's inner circle so you never miss the messages that are meant specifically for your life, your path, and your destiny. If your spirit feels the pull to go deeper, the link is also in the pinned comment. And if your heart guides you to support this mission, you'll find a Buy Me a Coffee link. Always optional, always appreciated. Take the step now. Your blessing is waiting. Like this video, subscribe, and comment, I accept, to welcome more divine light into your journey.